Hang 12 describes the imminent big swell to Boone Daniels, who actually understands what Hang 12 is saying because Boone speaks fluent surf bonics. Indeed, off to Boone's right, just to the south, waves are smacking the pilings beneath Crystal Pier. The ocean feels heavy, swollen, pregnant with promise. The Dawn Patrol, Boone, Hang 12, Dave the Love God, Johnny Bonsai, High Tide, and Sunny Day, sits out there on the line, talking while they wait for the next set to come in. They all wear black winter wetsuits that cover them from their wrists to their ankles because the early morning water is cold, especially now that it's stirred up by the approaching storm. This morning's interstitial conversation revolves around the big swell, a once every 20 years burgeoning of the surf, now rolling toward the San Diego coast like an out-of-control freight train. It's due in 2 days, and with it the gray winter sky, some rain, and the biggest waves that any of the Dawn Patrol have seen in their adult lives. It's going to be, as Hang 12 puts it, epic, macking, crunchy, which, roughly translated from surf bonics, is a term of approbation. It's going to be good, Boone knows. They might even see 20-foot peaks coming in every 30 seconds or so. Double overheads, tubes like tunnels, real thunder crushers that could easily take you over the falls and dump you into the washing machine. Only the best surfers need apply. Boone qualifies. While it's an exaggeration to say that Boone could surf before he could walk, it's the dead flat truth that he could surf before he could run. Boone is the ultimate Loki. He was conceived on the beach, born a half a mile away, and raised 3 blocks from where the surf breaks at high tide. His dad surfed, his mom surfed, hence the conceptual session on the sand. In fact, his mom surfed well into the 6th month of her pregnancy, so maybe it isn't an exaggeration to say that Boone could surf before he could walk. So Boone's been a waterman all his life, and then some. The ocean is his backyard, his haven, his playground, his refuge, his church. He goes into the ocean to get well, to get clean, to remind himself that life is a ride. Boone believes that a wave is God's tangible message that all the great things in life are free. Boone gets free every day, usually 2 or 3 times a day, but always, always out on the Dawn Patrol. Boone Daniels lives to surf. He doesn't want to talk about the big swell right now, because talking about it might jinx it, cause the swell to lie down and die into the deep recesses of the North Pacific. So even though Hang 12 is looking at him with his usual expression of unabashed hero worship, Boone changes the subject to an old standard out on the Pacific Beach Dawn Patrol line. The list of things that are good. They started the list of things that are good about 15 years ago, back when they were in high school, when Boone and Dave's social studies teacher challenged them to get their priorities straight. The list is flexible. Items are added or deleted. The rankings change. But the current list of things that are good would read as follows if, that is, it were written down, which it isn't. 1. Double overheads. 2. Reef break. 3. The tube. 4. Girls who will sit on the beach and watch you ride double overheads, reef break, and the tube, inspiring Sonny's remark that girls watch, women ride. 5. Free stuff. 6. Longboards. 7. Anything made by O'Neill. 8. All-female outrigger canoe teams. 9. Fish tacos. 10. Big Wednesday. I propose, Boone says to the line at large, moving fish tacos over all-female outrigger canoe teams. From 9th to 8th? Johnny Bonsai asks, his broad, generally serious face breaking into a smile. Johnny Bonsai's real name isn't Bonsai, of course. It's Kodani. But if you're a Japanese-American and a seriously radical nose-first, balls-out, hard-charging surfer, you're just going to get glossed either kamikaze or bonsai. You just are. But as Boone and Dave the Love God decided that Johnny is just too rational to be suicidal, they decided on bonsai. When Johnny Bonsai isn't bonsaiing, he's a homicide detective with the San Diego Police Department. And Boone knows that he welcomes the opportunity to argue about things that aren't grim, so he's on it. Basically flip-flopping them? Johnny Bonsai asks. Based on what? Deep thought and careful consideration, Boone replies. Hang 12 is shocked. The young soul surfer stares at Boone with a look of hurt innocence, his wet goatee dropping.